That's for sure. So new resolution back to where it was at some point. So we are going to be doing, see what you're saying. We're going to be doing the exact same how to use guns capping. I did in the last episode, I used the OA93, the M14 EBR and the XM 2010 Diablo. Today we are using the AUG A2 Commando, the SG556 and the FR series, which I'll change it to the normal one so you can see there's no real buff. So we're going to start off with looking at the mods. I'll explain why I'm using them, and yeah. So for the AUG A2 Commando, we are using the reinforced barrel. Now this was a pretty hard choice because both barrels do actually add in a lot for the weapon. For example, reinforced, I'm more of a close quarter person. I like getting in close, shooting and getting the kills, whilst long range allows you to get at up to, I say, about 60 range, so you can get the damage more covered more damage. So it's a good choice of one of those two. I prefer reinforced because your appointment, you just want to rush, and that's what life of appointment is. You just rush basically. For the SAW type magazine placement, you want it no matter what. Mobility, well, since it's appointment, you have one of the highest mobilities, and it doesn't really matter. But that 5 extra mag capacity could do you a lot of good, because if you have like 5 bullets left, you're spraying it, and you can get one of those little headshots from nowhere, and you'll be like, oh my god, I got it. So that's why I use that. I use recoil control stock because light stock doesn't do anything apart from gives you more the mobility back. It's also decreases stabilization, as it says there, and that's why this is one. The recoil control stock is what I use, because the weapon does have quite a lot of not a lot of noticeable, but it has quite a recoil kick. So that's why I use the RCS. For appointment, we are going to be using the not appointment rifle. It's the SG556. Standard dot, that's automatically there. I'm using the long range barrel because it is a rifle. It's meant to go longer than it should. The damage, I would use reinforced, but there's no point because the gun has a weird sway when it comes to recoil and all that good stuff. I would use sharpshooter, but there's no point because I like to fire from the hip. But the good thing about this gun is that it does come with its own scope, but you don't need to repair. But you'll be mostly using scope. But so you could use a sharpshooter, which I won't do though. I'll keep pressing that button. I don't use grip because, from what I can hear, the grip gives it a it's really noticeable when it goes side to side for recoil. Like most guns go up and like up in a T. Well, see when you just hip fire, it goes up and just goes wave straight to the right, wave to straight to the left. So that's why I don't use the grip. For stock, I use a stock because recoil, of course, it's kind of a natural thing. And for scope, I'm using FR. I use a sharpshooter scope because it is more of a scope I use. I like the 2 zoom in thing, like the XM210 Diablo. I use a long range barrel to cover more ground. You don't need sharpshooter because it just puts up accuracy, and you don't really need accuracy for scope because you're using a scope. I use the magazine placement as well because it gives more ammo. Like you don't even care about recoil control because it's not got recoil. It's a single shot only kind of thing, and you can easily move shot with this weapon at any range. Now we are going to go into a practice room, and I'll give you a heads in for these weapons. Now there is numerous kind of things you can buy to improve the accuracy in that, but oh Jesus, I put that way up too high. There you go. But I'll be showing you from 10 from here. Okay, I'm using the arms upgrade as well. I'm using it all full iron, not OP pay to play iron. So this is going to be stand up spray. So as you can see, it's pretty much, it does have that kick, then it goes up that way and suddenly returns to here, but the most spray area is there. So we're going to now crouch and do this. I'm not going to patrol it, I'm just going to spray it. So I'm not going to use that last belt. So as you can see, stand up, it just goes up, and it's a bit scattered. When you're crouched and you spray it without controlling it, it just goes up and it's down in roughly the exact same area. Let's see if I'm still on target for this. Yep. So this time I'm going to stand up and control it. So let's see it. I was just pulling down a little. That's all I was doing. And you can see it's mostly in this area. About here, where the red dot is, would be the head. So it'll be about there, I guess. But so you're mostly hitting the head or the chest around here. Now let's do patrol and do it. As you can see, you're just spraying again with control and you're hitting actually the exact same spot. So I'm just show you exact same spot. Stand up, control, crouch, control. Just crouch is probably one of the better ways to go. Now here I'm just going to zoom in with this and spray. As you can see, it does still go up. It's a little bit more scattered than stand up without it scoping. So let's do this. Again, this is probably the better one out of the four. Like stand up, crouch, and stand up, zoom in, stand up, like that. That's probably the better one. So I'm going to now do this. Just still. Okay, so I'm going to, I think, I'm going to control it now. Stand up. So as you can see, I'm dead to control it from here to all the way down here. So it's still scattered, but still roughly the exact same bit. So crouch and pull down. Now crouch and pull down is actually way more effective. That's roughly what you'd go for. Now, from my opinion, this gun you would want to see, maybe burst it. So, because look, well, burst and crouch, since it is a point when you don't want to crouch much, but you can do this, spray, done. But to be honest, I wouldn't recommend this as an actual weapon, just due to the fact the bloom is far too high. Look, jump, doing the same thing I did last time. It's getting far too much bloom for what it is. So if anything, if anyone wants to get this gun, you would need to crouch with it to actually shoot it at any range. Zoom in, crouch, or just hit fire, crouch. One of those work. Whatever you want to do. Some people rely on scope, some people just rely on the gun. Now we're going to move to the SG556, which is one of the old rifles I used to use and somewhat enjoyed. So as you can see, that's the default scope. So let's do it 15 this time. This is. So I'm just going to stand up and go spray. As you can see, it just goes right off. So that's why I didn't get the grip. So I'm just going to do this and just crouch. It just goes straight up. There's no recoil control here. There's literally no control. So I'm just going to do it stand, crouching, and no, stand up, pull down. And as you can see, the gun, it's a bit better, but the gun still jumps far too much up. It's like a power in a way. You still need to tap it as well, which I'll show you on that. So I didn't actually show it, I wasn't even paying attention. So that's that one free here. So as you can see, it just went down here, then back up. So really, I don't know how to use this gun. I'm not gonna lie, it's one of the guns I least use. It was sitting at the bottom of my inventory, but it's about time I used it. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to just spray it. I can honestly say I think the scope in this is a bit better. Let's stand up to it. Oh yeah, that's roughly the exact same. It's just short. So that's a bit better than stand up. Well, stand up is kicking up more. So let's try a tap. So a tap is pretty good. A bit, it does a wee side to side thing, but it's still better than nothing. Whilst, see, it's kicking to the left and right. I'm not moving my mouse skipping. Let's do this. So I would actually recommend using the scope for this, because it is a lot better, as you can see. But standstill is probably the better things to do. So I'm going to reload and I'm going to see if I can do like a strafe. So, doing this wall here. So you can see I'm strafing a little, and sometimes it bursts. My opinion, a burst would be fine, to be honest. Burst is fine, full spray isn't, tapping is fine too. Just be sure to adapt to it. So, yeah, you can use scope. First, I would really recommend using the scope, because this gun really needs it. Don't move shot, because you can see it's doing the kick. Don't be moving, don't hip fire. Just use the scope, crouch, and you'll be fine. So, for example, here, it hits exactly what I want it to. Okay, think about here, 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 here. Think about, well, here. Think about that small area. So I want to shoot right in it. So I want to shoot bullets. So as you can see, we're going straight out. So don't. This is my final warning. Do not sit and spray this gun. This gun isn't a spray gun. So now onto the FR, my favourite weapon, favourite scope in the entire game. So as I did last time, I'm doing this. Whoa. You know what? We're still doing this one. So no scope crosshair is about here. It's about let me. Okay, from here, from here, from here, from here. Well, from like there. So this is the no scope crosshair stand up. For going down, it'll be here to here to here to here. Well, something roughly like that. So it'll be, if I just done the floor, so it'll be there, 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 there. If I was standing, I guess it would be roughly like that, maybe a bit smaller. So as you can see, I'm getting more than bullets because I'm upgraded. But so yeah, as you can see, the shakiness is still there, and I'm strafing, so it's just. Let's see if I can do a successful strafe. Alright, successful strafing. So I'll just do this. 15. So I'm just going to shoot them all and see where I land. So, from my example, it would be from here to there, to there, well, to there, and to there. It mostly hits up here really, like in this area here. So that's why it's like pulling down kind of thing. So like, so you can see you're pulling down and it goes here, 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 here. So yeah, again, I'm going to have to mention for people who do not know what break shotting is, which I'm going to have to do in every episode. Break shotting is basically pulling off one of the most successful shots whilst moving. So you're doing this basically, and you're doing that. You're getting the quick scopes whilst walking. As you can see, shakiness is full. Of course, it normally goes full when you shoot. I'm doing this successfully whilst aiming at the right spot. Just moving side to side, I'm pressing shift just before I shoot. It makes me stop, so it makes me be able to shoot the exact spot I want to. So, and that's a perfect example right there, right there. And so, I would really recommend using break shot on this weapon. This is one of those weapons you can break shot with, just like many other scopes, but this is more preferred one. So what we'll do, we will go into games right now. I'll grab the highlights, and as well remember guys, in the last video I didn't pay much attention to the appointment as I did with the rifle and scope. That is because I am more of a scope and rifle person. I don't like appointment in any shape or form. It doesn't give any, oh I just missed that. It doesn't give any additional boosts or motivation towards using appointment due to the fact that it is pretty weak in terms of weapons and buffs. So we'll see you in game guys, and yeah, hope you use the tips I gave for this how to.
Enemy spotted. Fire in the hole! Go, go, go! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! West the backup. Roger. Charge set. Changing magazine. On my way. Good job. Reload. It's the enemy.